It's Thad at Willoway. Here today we're going to talk a little bit about some of our getting ready for waking the plants up and getting ready for spring. But we have cold protection because of the weather in spring, kind of goes back and forth. We're here in the last week of February and we're pulling plastic off because today it's expected to be in the upper 40s for the high. So we've done a couple things in preparation. One is the doors have come off all the houses to kind of vent them. That brings some unique challenges to the nursery here, is we don't have our water system up, so we don't have a reliable way to water this stuff. So when we open up the doors, it allows air to come in, but it also kind of breaks the cycle of having plastic, where it kind of keeps the moisture in the house. So we have to be watching moisture. We may have to bring in water wagons to water this stuff. We do have some ability to do winter watering in some areas. But the other thing we're doing is we're taking the plastic off. This year we did a little different technique, seemed to work really well for us. On the Atea, we've always just draped the plastic directly over them. This year we put these hoops or metal tents in, and what it allows us to do is, so we're not having stuff touch right on. Atea doesn't like to shut down in the fall for us very well. So what we're seeing is they overwintered very nicely, and we don't seem to have any kind of like botrytis or the downy mildew that's on there. So that's been a real great thing to discover this year as we go through this process. But the plastic, the reason we put the plastic on is to trap the heat from the ground underneath. So it creates almost like a two-layer. It's warmer underneath the plastic than the air temperature around it. So that's why we do incorporate the plastic. We do only on some plants, and it's temperature driven. So Atea is one that we keep covered. Hosta, once they kind of start to shut down in the fall, we cover the plastic over them towards the end of November, and we leave that on. We'll take that off here shortly. But then there's some plants like roses we do at 15 degrees. We pull the plastic on and off. So it's been colder. If you go back 2 weeks, we were really cold, so we had the plastic on. Last week was cold as well, so we left it on, but then we want to take it off. Those plants do better when they're open to the air, when the temperatures are above those thresholds that we set for each type of plant. Hey, we moved over to one of our other growing locations. As you can see behind me, we've got a lot of plants that we've canned up this early spring, late winter. This one's Geranium Max Free. I want to talk a little bit about some of the differences, how we're canning early on here. We have basically stuff that we grew from seed that you've seen in earlier videos, which would be like a live liner. And then like this geranium comes from a bare root division. So we pot this stuff up early. This is usually for our spring sales, these bare root divisions. And then we also have dormant. So we have some bulbs. So I started our lily program already, the after eights. We have real early starting of that, and then we'll get into some more of the mixes and stuff. But you can see these are already starting to come. They come very quickly with these bare root divisions. And we'll have lots for sale. We have lots of space here behind me. Hi, I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the spring things that come up. One would be, we have seasonally dormant perennials that would be coming to you if you order them. And so we have things like Rebecca that's in this house. You can see they're a little bit active and going. This is a plant that you'd have to protect if it gets cold or you're going to be below freezing again. You want to put this someplace where you can protect it, like pull plastic over it if you're going to get cold weather. We have the house obviously here. That's an option if you have that at a garden center. But you do need to look at the plants that you get in that are seasonally dormant and make sure some are completely dormant and some are only partially dormant. The other thing is we're cutting all our perennials back right now. So we're in the process of getting that done. So they will be all trimmed, and then you'll have to just watch them as they kind of sprout up and go.